Hey, meteorologist Craig Muller here with an update on the tropics. We had a front push through our area. We're enjoying beautiful weather around Hampton Roads. But down to the south and the southeast, all eyes are on a disturbance that is forecast to move off over the northern part of the Gulf of Mexico. The waters here very warm and expected to fuel development of a tropical system. We'll talk about this. National Hurricane Center, as of Tuesday morning, put the development chances within the next 48 hours at 50%. Once this thing moves out over water, it is expected to develop. In fact, there's an 80% chance that this develops into a tropical system within the next 5 days. So very good chances this is going to develop over the warm Gulf waters. You get a low-level spin and you get water temperatures, surface temperatures above 80 degrees. That adds fuel to this, and it is expected to spin up winds fairly light aloft over the Gulf of Mexico right now. So as this thing develops, the question is, what happens next? Wanted to show you a couple of models. We'll start with the European model, and you can see what happens as it brings that area of low pressure a little farther south. But the general expectation as we head into Wednesday morning is that it will start to drift to the east, or to the west rather, and develop more rain, potentially some showers along the coast. But really, this center expected to just kind of continue to move westward and intensify over the next couple of days. So here you go. As we look forward, you take it into Thursday and eventually Friday. It continues that track back to the west, and now you're starting to see more wind and rain picking up along the Louisiana coast. This is just one model, the European model, but you can see it really ramps it up here, and it's been doing this for the past couple of days, suggesting this was going to happen from Sunday into yesterday, and now Tuesday morning, the Euro's been bringing this towards the Louisiana or Texas coast area. A lot of wind here, more rain, potential for flooding rain here into early Saturday, and then a landfall expected with the European model. And it's, again, one model, but it brings it in Thursday or Saturday during the day, and then by Saturday evening and Saturday night it brings it up into Louisiana. That would be very bad, obviously, for coastal sections of Louisiana, flooding rain potentially for Louisiana if the European model works out. Well, let's take a look at the GFS. This is the global forecast system, or the U.S. model here, and what this does with that area of low pressure is it brings it out. And again, we get some development, kind of a broader circulation initially over the Gulf, and then it starts to tighten it up. So same type of general thinking as we get into Wednesday evening and into early Thursday. You have this area of low pressure working across the northern Gulf of Mexico, and this one brings it a little farther to the west, still rain along the Gulf Coast, but as it brings it a little closer, it doesn't tighten it up like the Euro did. The European had it coming up this way. This one rather brings it farther to the west, and here's your Texas coastline. You can see all of a sudden lots of rain around Houston and Galveston, back over farther south along the Texas coastline. It just kind of brings it in here, and it doesn't really slam it in, but rather brings it right along the Texas coast and keeps it just offshore. This would be a potential flooding rain situation for coastal Texas, and that's through Saturday. So two different models, two different solutions, one bringing it into Louisiana, the other one bringing it closer to the Texas coast. There's obviously a lot of uncertainty with this. So what's the bottom line? Well, tropical development is very likely over the next 5 days. I showed you that 80% the chances. As far as what exactly happens, well, questions remain over how it's going to develop and how intense it will become. And even if it doesn't become a really powerful tropical storm, it still has the potential to produce very heavy rain and the possibility of flooding. So what I really encourage you to do, if you have interests along the Gulf Coast, maybe you have travel plans or you have family down there, you definitely want to stay up. We will keep you updated on this. If you follow me on Facebook at Craig Muller, follow me on Instagram, Craig Muller TV, and Twitter, 13 Craig Muller. Those locations will work to keep you updated. Of course, our entire 13 News Now weather team working hard to keep you updated on this tropical development and tropical development throughout the season.